Hello, Grandma DC here. Couldn't figure out how to work my camera. And welcome to the first day of the rest of my life. I am going up to finish up timing out and handing in all my IDs and everything, and I am done working for the center. And I feel alive. I had a great rest last night, wasn't stressed out, didn't think about what did I forget to do, am I dressed appropriately, did I do this, you know what, I'm wearing no bra in honor of the occasion. Because they had a law that all staff had to wear bras. I always argued that the men should have to too, it said all staff. Some of them needed it more than me. But neither here nor there. Ooh, my neighbor's about done with their privacy fence, that's kind of cool. I was out here last night at midnight, and my neighbor was out yelling, "Axel! Axel!" And that's not what it sounded like. Here we both were standing in the moonlight, and I'm like, "Hey, sounds like you're yelling something else." And she says, "Sometimes I am." It was her dog. Axel was out running around, and she's yelling, "Bad dog!" So that's peas in a pod, that sounds like me. Okay. Well, I'm going to pick up Mother, and I think we're going up to finish this up. I'm taking her Valentine's, because it's just been snowed in and everything. So, with the job and the snow and the ice, we haven't been able to get out. But today we can, and we're going to get out, and hopefully get back before the next round of snow and ice hits. They're talking up to 7 inches, but I doubt we'll get that here. It's the ice I'm worried about. And my son says he's taken off to get snowed in with a friend of his, so wouldn't want to be snowed in with your mother, would you? He said the other day, he goes, "I hear Diet Pop." He said, "I read this thing and it said Diet Pop causes a 60% increase in stroke in women over 50. He says, "I was scared to death. And then I realized I'm not a woman over 50. And then he goes, "Oh, but then I thought, well, but you are, Mom. And you drink a lot of Diet Pop." Yeah, I do. What is it in Diet Pop? Comment below. I mean, I always drink the one that doesn't have aspartame. What other chemicals are dangerous? Because if I go to drinking diet tea or something like that, it may have the same chemicals. Someone do research. I'll have to research later, but for now, I like my Diet Pop. All right, guys, have a great day. I will try to vlog some more later. Okay, so you're all dying to know. Scud says, "Me too. We're dying to know what happened when you went to check out of your job." My last day was yesterday. It was President's Day. So I had to take back, you know, my IDs, and I left my keys at the house I worked at, and all of that. And I need to check about cashing out my 403B that I had been putting into all these years, which still isn't all that big. But I went ahead, and it's going to get me through, hopefully, into a life. I feel like I have a black hole in front of me now, and I don't know what's going, you know, on. I'm going to fall into the black hole and die. I just know it. But it would be better than working for the company I worked for 12 years. So here's how it went. And I can say this now because I don't work for them. First off, I want them to know that I have on a pair of sweatpants with you see that? With the leg closed. I bought my pair today because the whole time I worked there for 12 years, we were not allowed to wear sweatpants with the ankles closed. And I was always afraid to own a pair because I might, you know, run out of clean clothes and have to put them on and wear them to work and get fired. You know, this is firing offense, right? And I went without a bra. Another thing we're not supposed to do. I was thrilled. They don't know me anymore. I don't work there. So I walked in and they told me I had to talk to, and we will speak pig Latin here, Anike Ifafe, which is funny that her last name sounds like a curse word. And I'm like, you know, what about that? You know, she wanted me to fill out some W-4 thing, which I could not find on their convoluted website. And she was like, "I sent you a link." Not one I could click on, you know. And then she said, "Yes, I did." She got really snotty about it. I said, "Okay, fine, you did, and I didn't click on it. All right, what are we going to do about this W-4? You know? And she said, "Well, you need to go online and do it." I said, "Okay, do you want to tell me where it's at?" So she prints me out this sheet. And I'm like, I see the page, I see all the little buttons you're supposed to push here, 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 to get to this W-4 thing. But she doesn't tell me where the hell this page is. I'm like, do I just turn the computer on and it automatically pops up? No. So then she walks me down Like I am the stupid. She goes, you have to just admit it's your problem, not the program's problem. Okay, fine, I'll admit it. Mea culpa. I don't do a computer very well. Better than a lot of 60-year-olds, but I've always told you before, I am not much of a computer person. So I don't know what Ani K's problem was. It's like she was so mad that I could not work the Kronos program. It was almost as if she had given birth to it, and it was her love child, and I'm like, I think your baby's ugly. It just incensed her, and she just insisted that I say that I was stupid. Fine with me. Stupid, Connie. Can't do computers. Can do other things very well. Maybe things that even you can't do, sweetie pie, but what does that matter? Right? I might be able to make your husband happy. Who knows? We are going too far. So, anyway, yeah. So glad to be away from those people. It was amazing I've gotten this far. So it gets better. So she's now all self-righteously smart and upset, and then she goes, why do you still have your badge? And I said, because I'm turning it into you, since you were off on President's Day yesterday, which was my last day, and I worked here. Tail in my face. Here. And so she takes it, and she's like, contrite. She didn't get on to me for having my badge too long. I upset her to no end. So she tried to get me again, upset me again, and she was like, sit down at this computer. And then she's like, type in your password. Well, I have at least 4 to 5 passwords for work. We have them for computers. We have them for computers that run at the office, I think, somehow. We have them for each account that we have to open. Emails, Setworks, another one for doing tests. And it's like, which password do you want? The one for your computer. Well, I knew it wasn't the one for the computer at the house. So I typed in a few passwords that I use all the time. I try to keep it as small as possible because it's really confusing. And they didn't work. And she says, they probably locked you out already. And I'm like, good. And she says, well, then it's a moot subject. And I thought, moot? Ooh, Connie, big word. And I was like, fine. Moot subject, right? So then she marches me back up front, and I said, well, what about cashing out my 403B? Last time I had quit for 8 months, I cashed it out, and this girl that was there was really sweet and nice, and she did it for me. She's like, typed everything in, I signed something. She says, you'll be getting it in so many days. And I did. It was no problem. This woman says, you have to call them up. You have to have them send you the paperwork. You have to fill it out. Then you bring it here and we'll sign off and mail it in. I'm like, wow, I'm just doing your whole damn job for you, huh? Woohoo, sister? Don't you know the password to your computer? I didn't say it. I wished I had. So I am going to call Voya. I already have, as a matter of fact, and I've left a message there, and I will talk with them directly about cashing it. Hopefully I won't have to have anything to do with the center anymore. So I'll just do everything myself, like I always did. Oh gosh, just, it's ran by bees, it is staffed by bees, and apparently I'm not a big enough bee to fit in with the queen bees. Adults all know what Grandma's talking about. So, I am just, why? Why do companies love people like that? They just love people that put other people down and treat them like garbage. And it's supposed to make you a better employee. So glad to be retired. So glad to be retired. And I don't care if I starve. Forget it. So anyway, it was a good day. Mom and I went and did some grocery shopping because I figured it's going to snow and ice again tonight. We better put some food in. Right, Scud? Right, Scud, Scud? And we filmed, oh, I love you too. I'm getting a hug. See, you love me, even if the women at the center don't love me. And, oh, I got to, my income tax, so I got to pay back Debbie. Oh, that made me feel so good. And I know it did her too. Although she trusted me. She was like, but I gave her a little interest too. I think that's only fair. And so guys, here I am. I'm not staring into a black hole every night that I have to go and wonder what I'm going to be yelled at and griped at for. What petty little thing, that has nothing to do with the job I'm actually doing, but, some bit of paperwork or a word they didn't like somewhere or nothing. And I just didn't even open up one message. I was like, you know what? Bite me. Literally. Oh, I'm just a terrible person because I would never do that to an employee if I had one. And it's too bad I don't have my own business. If I did have a business, I would like to open up a medical cannabis dispensary. Some people are going to get rich here in Missouri. That is the truth. But in the meantime, I'm just going to hang on. I think that when I finally do get the 403B thing straightened out, we will be probably trying to find a truck that will go under the camper. Mom wants to do some traveling, and I would like to help her do that. Like I said, as I told my friend Deb when I left, I said, I've only got about 10 good years left, if I'm lucky. Between only having one kidney and tons of surgeries and a gastric bypass and everything else, it's amazing I'm still here now. It is, and hello. Maybe I'll have 10 good years to play with this young man and kiss his face. He's a good boy. Best dog ever. And, oh, am I getting a hug? Oh, on camera. A hug. Oh my goodness. Why? Why did I get a hug? Oh, okay. We're just in need of some attention right now. Well, I'm always happy to stop talking on camera. Yes, more hugs. And give you more hugs. Okay. You're my good boy. And he likes to show off from time to time. If any of you are wondering, Scud is a Mexican hairless. This is why he's wearing clothes. And it's cold, and I need to find one of his jogging suits because he needs something warmer. But he'll be fine. Where was I? Oh, well, those of you that followed me for several years, I have been ankle tied by my job because we couldn't get speeding tickets on our own time or we'd be fired. If they were over 10 miles an hour on our own time, we would be fired. We couldn't dress weird in public because if someone from the company saw us, and there are a lot of people connected to the company because they keep a lot of high-profile people to donate money, and it's all about money, and appearances. We must keep up appearances and to get the money. It's not about the clients. So those people are everywhere. And if you were out eating and you had on something that they felt was inappropriate, too low a cleavage, or, had a shirt that had a logo they didn't like, then yeah, you could get fired. You could get fired for just saying the wrong thing in private. I got wrote up for it with a private conversation. So, it was a very intrusive job to work with, intrusive in my own life, which is why I'm happy to be wearing sweatpants with the ankles closed. And don't ask me below why that was a rule. I don't know. They never gave us a reason. Just somebody high up didn't like it. It's like tattoos. Somebody got a job there one time that had tattoos, and so then they made a rule that you couldn't have too many tattoos, and you couldn't have piercings, and you couldn't have weird hairdos, and the list went on and on and on, and they wonder why. They can't hire anybody, and they can't keep people. Oh, no, it's crazy business. It's a crazy business to be in, guys. Yes, taking care of challenged people is crazy business, and it's not the people you're taking care of either. So I am feeling giddy, and I am feeling good, and I am feeling free and scared. Yeah. There's a bit of fear in the unknown, as usual. But at least now my life is my own. And I am free to make money some other way. If I want to get a part-time job, or I would like to learn solar panels and alternative energy things, I might just go to a company and offer to work for free if they just teach me those sorts of things, because I think they're interesting. But the world is my oyster, as they say, and I will share it with you all as we go along. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you can put up with my insanity and my crazy attitude. It's not the same as others. I know I talked with this woman close to my age the other day, and she was like, oh, aren't you so scared to do this or that? And I said, no, I'm not scared to do anything. Absolutely not. Aren't you scared someone's going to come to your house and kill you? I said, I'll just tell them to make it quick. No, we can't live our lives in fear. Love each other. Have a great day. Looking forward to see what tomorrow brings. A lot of snow, a lot of ice, and me sleeping for a solid week. I have 12 years of sleep to catch up on, guys. I love you all. Like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you later. Bye-bye. Well, just so you know, there's Yang. Yang is still hanging out. Betsy's still barking at Yang. Hello, ladies. It's cold. We're going to get more snow and ice. Are you ready? We'll be ready as soon as you come out and make us ready. Okay. I hate to tell you guys, but yeah, Chicken Boy died. Long story. Betsy, I gave Yang a old head of lettuce that was getting kind of softish, and Yin came out to eat with him. Isn't that the sweetest? The neighbors threw the bunnies out, and guess who's been feeding them all winter? Can't catch them, really. I wished I could. They're probably going to have babies. We did have babies. I filmed the babies. I'm not going to tell you what happened to the babies. You're just good, sweethearts. Yes. I'll get you some rabbit food later. But the nice thing is I'm not having to stare into the let's try to say that again. I'm not staring into the precipice. I'm not staring into the precipice. I haven't had anything to drink, honest. This is coffee. Swear to heavens.